Welcome to the show again, once again, First and 10 Atlanta. I'm here with Georgia Aggression. Coach, tell us who you are, man.
Hey, I'm Coach Q. I'm the Vice President of Georgia Aggression.
Vice President.
Vice President.
The VP. How you get that position? I mean, most people just start out, they be like, oh, I'm an assistant, I'm a coach, you just say a VP. How you get that title there, man?
Believe it or not, I probably can say this. Me and the president, we go back a few years ago, and we decided we got to share the same interest in the kids together. So he said, "Hey man, you share some of the same views."
So if you ever went with a league, you knew this was coming.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
How many years you been involved with youth sports?
For a while now. For at least 15 years.
15 years? So, and what area you guys in? Y'all out in Conyers, huh?
We out in the Conyers, Covington area.
Conyers, yeah. Covington area. And you got what, 10U, 9U?
Man, every age group.
Every age group?
Every age group.
How hard is that with having all those different age groups and managing that? Because I know as a vice president, that's like five all the way up to what, about 12U?
12U, that's it.
So that's like seven different
teams.
How do you manage all of that? How do you manage all of that? Because that's a lot of kids, a lot of parents, a lot of coaches.
I feel like this. I grew up in the community, so the community know me. I'm from the community, so I grew up in the community.
You say yellow, so you be the one with a.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Hey, so that's your style.
Yes, sir.
Where you from, Coach?
I'm originally from New Jersey, but I've been down to Georgia since I was 7 years old.
7 years old. So you ain't like one of them people that move from New York, clog up all our traffic, and then complain?
Nah, I've been down here.
They say I've been down here.
I'm a good old son.
When you go home, I know they be talking about the way you talk now.
I don't even go back home.
They don't even go back home. What part of New York your family originally from?
I'm New Jersey.
Jersey?
I'm from Jersey, and I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Okay, same city that Whitney Houston from, Newark.
Yes, sir.
All right, how long you been in the coaching, Coach?
Now, this will be my 4th year.
What got you interested in it? Because, I mean, you're a young brother. You could have been doing a whole lot of other stuff. Could have been at the club chasing the girls. You could have been out here, you know. What made you decide that you wanted to deal with children or give something back to the community? Man?
Actually, I had a situation in my life where my little brother had passed away.
Okay.
And he was following me doing the wrong thing.
Okay.
And I wanted to take that and turn it into something positive instead of negative.
Okay.
So one day my brother, one of my brothers came to me, one of my close friends came to me, he had an opportunity to coach somewhere, and I went out there and I loved it.
So you just found your passion?
I found my passion. Well, I love football anyway. I played football as a kid.
What'd you play? Running back?
I played running back.
All right. Yes, you can look at him and tell the way he made it. Yeah. So, and through that, what has been, I guess, it's funny how you say how you got into coaching, but now that you've got into it and you always like football, what is some of the most, what is the most memorable moment that you get out of your kids when you deal with them?
Memorable moment is when I show up to the field and everybody run up to me. And everybody's yelling my name, Coach Yeller, Coach Yeller. I got a kid down. Can't stop yelling my name. I wish
they love that.
Well, I love them to death. I love them all. I pretty much know almost every kid out there. If I don't know them, then I get to know them.
See, that's another thing too. Knowing your personnel. I heard a coach, professional coach, as a matter of fact, Bill Belichick say, you got to know your personnel. So it seems like by you knowing, so it's not so much as just football. You know these kids outside of football.
I do. I know them outside of football. Yes, sir, I do.
And then when you say they run up to you, so it's got to be something that you give to them the way they respect, or they want to be around you, or they take your direction.
I give them respect, and in turn they give me their respect back. They trust me.
Okay. Okay, this year coming up, you say 4 years. It's hot now. You know, summer drills going on. What's some of the challenges you face in this heat? Parents?
Challenges I face is getting the kids to drink water.
They don't.
That's it.
Listen, kids, parents, before y'all let them kids even come to practice, they should be just waiting to get to practice to drink water. You should be hydrating them all day. If you know they got practice, really they should be drinking enough water.
All week.
All week.
Before they even show up.
Before they ever show up. Because by the time they get to practice, and they ain't drunk no water, and they out there running around, and you're thinking, well, he came on me with slug. Of course he is. You put him in that position. How safety issue with this hot weather? What are some of the safety precautions you guys use?
Well, I started, I got an ice bucket that I bring out there.
Okay.
I put rags in it. And then, you know, on our breaks, we do a break like every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Get them some water.
Okay.
Let them put the rag on their neck. Let them chill for a second, then we back to work. We make sure they hydrated enough.
Now, did you always have 11U? Because I know you're 11U this year, but what was the age groups that you had?
Well, I'm actually 12 youth this year.
12U this year.
I had 10 youth 2 years ago. Well, I moved up with my team every year.
Oh, so every year you just like growing with you. So you know your kids from one year to the next.
Yes, sir.
Now, what about school? How do you do when you got one of them? As a coach, suppose I got my star running back, but he messing up in school. How hard is that to wait? How am I going to discipline this kid, or do I discipline him, or when I do discipline him, how do you deal with that with the parents?
It's not hard at all, really. The parents normally call me.
No.
Yes, my parents call me. I have.
You wait a minute. You say the parents will get on the phone
They
and
call me and put their son on the phone with me, and then we'll discipline them from there. I ask the parents, well, what you want to do? They say, Coach, you do what you need to do. Say no more. So it's either you running, you push-ups, or you might get took out of the game, depending on how I feel that week.
Okay.
Either way it goes, you're gonna get disciplined. I gotta make sure that I discipline you because nothing is given to you in life.
And so you realize that, and I think what's going to make you such a great coach, not because of what made you change, but you've seen the other side.
Yes, sir.
So you can always, you know what I'm saying? You got the angle, your brother, so you know what I'm saying? I think you're going to be a great coach based on the idea that you've seen the other side, so you can guide these kids and let them know, hey, look, man, you want to stick with this right here. You want to do it the right way.
I appreciate that. I want them to do it the right way.
And who do I have here, man? Who do I got here, Coach?
Hey, this is Coach Sean. I'm the president of the organization, Georgia Gresham.
President.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, so what made you decide you were going to do your own league, man?
Well, pretty much, man, I had a lot of kids that was very unhappy with some situations, and I decided that I want my kids to stay together, all of them. So therefore, I got with a couple of my other coaches, and we formed this board. I became the president, and here we go rolling now.
And this is your first year?
Yes, sir, it is.
They tell me you got about 85 kids in your program and you're steady adding. How hard was that? Because it took a leap of faith, man, and a lot of prayers to get out there and say you're going to start a league. I heard one of the coaches earlier say it takes about $20,000 to run a league or get a league started. Is that true?
That's absolutely right. The way we do it down there, we give you the helmet. Well, let me rephrase that. We rent you the helmet and the shoulder pads. You know, other organizations up the road, you know, you have to get your own equipment and whatever, but we try to help people out by supplying that ourselves. Then
Do you have like an outside vendor that you get that stuff from, or how do you acquire it? You have to go buy it out of your pocket?
At the beginning, yes, we buy a lot of stuff out of pocket. We do a lot of fundraising, and then we have a lot of community help as well.
So I notice everybody says community. Tell us what community you're actually in.
Well, we're in the city of Covington.
Covington, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's what, about 35, 40 miles away from Atlanta?
It is.
Yeah, y'all a good little ways. As a matter of fact, you coming to Hapeville, that was a big step for you coming from. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in. But so past years you were with another program?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then now, was that another program that was in your community, or was it another? Okay. Now, how hard is that when can Covington handle another team or another organization, or how is that?
Well, like I said, you know, it's a lot of kids out there.
Okay.
Some people want to go by this stud location or studs. We pretty much develop our kids. We don't really go outside our community to pick up any kids. Some do come in from certain areas, but most of them right there.
You know, we had a conversation on a coach last week when he was saying he prefer building his teams within the community because it involves the community and you get better support versus I'm going to bus my kid or drive my kid an hour to a practice and pass 3 or 4 of the programs just to be. He would rather stay in his community. How do you feel about that, building community teams? What's the benefit of that?
Well, the benefit of that is that you get to see those kids grow up. Those right there are hometown kids, and you'll see them from rec ball, what you want to call it, all the way to high school, hopefully to college. That's the main thing that we're trying to improve on is, you know, get the kid to college. Anything else does not matter to me. You know, a lot of people want to beat their chest over championships or whatever. Don't get me wrong. I want one. I love to win them and all that. But that's not the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me is seeing these kids love something they love to do. And this could be their opportunity to go to school. I'm not worried about pro. I'm worried about them getting a free education.
So basically, when you say education, I'm assuming that you have close ties with the parents and as well as schoolwork. How does schoolwork play a role in your program?
School play a big role, and I'll give you an example. Last year I went to school 3 different occasions. On my team alone, I'm the 10U head coach. Most, not all as of yet, but most of the principals has my phone number. I had a fight go on, and I had some education problems where they called me because the parent okayed that. So I went out 3 times last year for that.
How did you straighten that out?
Well, I straightened that out by talking to the kids in front of the principal. Because I always like to have, not a witness, but just let them know they have a very good support staff, a system or whatever, with me, not only just football, but anything else.
What about outside of football? Some of these kids, I know in any program you have kids that some of them maybe are less fortunate, they can't afford the stuff. As a coach, how do y'all deal with that part of it?
Well, sometimes we give out scholarships.
Wait a minute, y'all. I need one of them, man. You say y'all give out scholarships.
Yes.
How does a player get a scholarship, or what qualifies them to get a scholarship?
Well, 9 times out of 10, with us being the coach and being in the community for that longer time, you kind of know your parents. You kind of know who's actually struggling and who actually just.
Once again, it resorts back to community, knowing your community and dealing with your community.
Correct.
So you get an idea of where these kids come from and what homes and houses they come out of.
Correct.
Okay. Now, who you got here with you? Because I see 2 of these. One guy got that mean mug look right. What do you do on the end? Who you got here with you, Coach? Tell us who you got here.
Right here is the 10U quarterback, Mr. Christian.
Christian, what's going on, man?
Nothing.
He say nothing. You always have that mean mug, man? He say, no, man. Who's that you got back there in the middle, Coach?
This is my running back, Mr. Amon.
Mr. Amon.
21 Savage.
He say 21 Savage. Yeah, you like running that ball, huh, Ahmad? What number are you? 21? So how did y'all play flag, right? Y'all had flag going on. As a matter of fact, I met you at a tournament on the north side. I think it was in Tucker that we met.
Right.
At a tournament out there. And these guys were playing quarterback. I saw him. What grade you guys in, man? 4th grade? Going to the 5th grade. Big as they is?
Oh, yeah. Well, these are the little guys.
You say the little guys. Who you got bigger than them, Coach?
Hey, man, when I knew last year, I got a kid right now wearing adult extra large.
Whoa! Town Studios, First and 10 Atlanta, Instagram, First and 10 Atlanta, Facebook. I got the Georgia Aggression here. Got me 2 new players, and I got Coach Yeller. And who do I have here, Coach?
Coach Sean, man.
Coach Sean.
Yes.
Who are these players back here, man?
We got my man Samara here. He's one of my receivers.
One of your receivers? What, wide receiver? And who I got back here in the middle there?
Who are you?
He say, who are you? Man in the middle.
This is Kenyon. He play defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Yeah, you use him for a speed tackle, yeah.
All right. So you say receiver there on the end. That's a tall receiver there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you 11U, right?
10U.
10U. I don't know why I want to keep making y'all, because you got big guys. They don't look like they 10U. They look like they're bigger than that. But check this out. Anything you want to talk to us about here on First and 10 Atlanta? How's the season going? How's spring drills going?
Spring drill is going pretty good. You know, we're still waiting on a couple of kids to come out. We got some baseball people down in Florida right now playing the World Series. We got some people out of town or whatever the case may be. But, you know, we have a good showing. You know, we constantly, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we constantly having 50-plus kids out right now. And like I said, it's a lot of people that's still on vacation.
So Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays is when y'all practice?
Yes, sir.
All right, right here on the end, receiver. I want to ask you something. Who's your favorite receiver in the league right now?
That play right now?
Yeah.
Odell.
Odell Beckham? So that's who you mimic yourself after, Odell? Can you catch like Odell?
Yep. My favorite receiver is Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. Yeah, you said, hey, so you got some real. Now Randy Moss, I would put him up there with anybody. What about you in the middle? Tackle. Anybody you particularly like in the NFL or on defense? Can't think of anybody right now? You just like you, huh? He said, I like me. I'm my own man. Coach Yeller, between these 2 guys here, man, which one of them you have to get on the most?
Woo.
He say, woo.
I think I had to get on my receiver the most.
The most? What is it about him? What he be doing?
Well,
Get him to focus?
yeah, I get him to focus. That's about it. Just getting him to focus.
Well, you know, they 4th, 5th grade. They 10U, man. They like little kid. I saw them in here rolling around on the floor. They doing everything in the studio.
Everything.
Hey, man.
We try to keep the discipline though.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you face with the kids, and how do you break that Because when you get children, like I say, some of them, this is their first time playing organized sports, or some of them may have played organized sports, or maybe your first year that you get these kids. How do you break that wall down with the barrier of like, okay, I'm the coach, you the player? How do you get that discipline out of them, or how do you get that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, my mother always told me, you let a dog lick in your mouth, the dog gonna come back and lick you again. So we try to keep that adult-kid relationship.
Okay.
I also like to have fun with them too, but we don't do too much in practice. Outside of practice, we play around, chase each other.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
But when we in practice, it's all.
Coach, it just seemed like when you hit that football field, your mind be focused on one thing. It's time to work.
All work.
I got you. Hey, Coach, tell me this, man. They told me it's $20,000 to start a team, man. So I'm still amazed by how he said this to start. That's not including what you may have to spend during the year. What is a dollar figure that you think at the end of a year, just an average program would spend financially? Because it's $20,000 to just get a team started. I can imagine how many games you guys have during a year. 7, 8?
Well, a regular season schedule is 8 games. Then you probably have playoffs, which we normally make.
Right.
You have postseason play, turkey bowls, you have preseason tournaments. So it's a lot of money floating around in youth sports.